If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Let's be honest. The National Symphony may not be in his future, but he wanted to try violin. So you said yes because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more about keeping your kids safe in your vehicle at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Show him you love him. Keep him safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to McBride Field on the campus of Simpson College. Spencer Bohm with you here today as we get ready for a massive matchup between the Des Moines Peak Prospects, who have a record of 6-5 on the season. They get ready to take on the Carroll Merchants, 8-1. Last time these teams met, it was a 19-8 win for the home team Merchants. This is a home and away, meanwhile, in North Division play. The winner of this game could see a lot of ramifications from it later this season. Let's take you to the view of home field where you've got the coaches meeting over there, getting ready for the start of, again, a very big showdown in divisional play. Peak Prospects, meanwhile, went and played a South Division opponent against the Jefferson City Renegades, and they lost the first one 2-0 and won the second one 21-1. This will be a tough test. Again, Carroll is 8-1. We'll talk more about that when we come back. This is the Peak Pregame Show on YouTube and on Mixlr.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car and leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Just moments away from first pitch, they're giving the starting lineups over here at McBride Field, campus of Simpson College. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups. On our end of things, we'll begin with the road team, Carroll. Batting first, the center fielder wearing number 3, Michael Alt. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 24, Dylan Kuhl. Batting third, the shortstop, number 15, Bryce Yasko. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 4, Joe Scarborough. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 21, Chris Hedge. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 23, Lane Speaker. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 9, Justin Johnson. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 13, Ryan Ladner. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 2, Casey Carter. And the pitcher is number 39, Braden Carnes. For Des Moines, batting first is the second baseman, number 12, Bubba Thompson. Batting second is the third baseman, number 4, Alex Barrett. Batting third is the first baseman, number 34, Noah Cook. Batting fourth is the designated hitter, number 5, Declan O'Hare. Batting sixth is the center fielder, number 15, Tanner Short. Batting seventh is the right fielder, number 22, Diego Morales. Batting eighth is the catcher, number 27, Isaac Short. Batting ninth is the left fielder, number 10, Colin Evers. The pitcher is number 1, Weston Barber. Your coaching staff for the Carroll Merchants, Ben Berg leads the way. He's assisted by Ben Calderon. And then for the Peak Prospects, they're led by Tyler Willis and assisted by Joel Sampson. That's it for the Peak pregame show. First pitch is in just a moment.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Just moments away from first pitch. And warming up on the mound for the Peak Prospects is Weston Barber, who's already thrown one 7-inning complete game and a win earlier this year. Turf infield here at McBride Field, third game that the Peak Prospects have played here. They've been road warriors for a majority of the season to start. Let's get you your field view here. Scorebug is up. Looks like we are ready to go. Again, your 1, 2, and 3, Michael Alt, Dylan Kuhl, and Bryce Yasko. That's the center fielder, the DH, and the shortstop. Weston Barber pitching to Isaac Short. First, second, and third is Noah Cook, Bubba Thompson, and Alex Barrett. Shortstop is Cade Gravengood. Left to right in the outfield, Colin Evers, Tanner Short, and Diego Morales. Cloudy day, very humid. Carroll is wearing camo jerseys with white pants. Des Moines wearing the fade tops, black to white gradient top to bottom with black numbers with a gold outline and white pants. So here is Michael Alt, wearing jersey number 3, left-handed batter. First pitch up and away at 5 o'clock p.m. sharp.
Game time temperature of 72 degrees.
72 degrees outside and humid. Here's a ground ball to short, and it rolls into the outfield past Kate Gravengood, and Michael Alt is on the board with a 1-0 single. So one runner on, scoreless, top of the first, no outs. And Michael Alt gets the hit. Last time these teams met
Now batting the designated
was the
hitter,
season
number
opener on
24,
Memorial
Dylan
Day.
Cole.
Carroll won 19-8. Left-handed batter Dylan Kuehl, the designated hitter, is at the plate. He's a native of Urbandale.
Have no fear. I have a whole bag.
And the first pitch brings up ball 1. It's 1-0. Second pitch is a blooper, and it's caught there by the second baseman, Bubba Thompson, who's done a fantastic job of manning shortstop. He's manning the
Now batting
fourth
the
position
shortstop,
today.
number 15,
And Bryce
Bryce
Yasko, the shortstop, makes his way up to the plate after the line out to Thompson. So Michael Alt's on first. We're scoreless, top of the first inning. Carroll is batting against Des Moines. Yasko, native of, wrong number, native of Spring, Texas. They check on the runner at first. That's Michael Alt, who had the leadoff single moments ago. He's from Menasha, Wisconsin. Downstairs, 1-0.
I think Jeff's in the bus. Let's ask him. Oh, you watched it? Well, then we can. I think they've learned a lesson.
Second pitch gets the zone, 1-1. Barber from Southwest Iowa Community College, the pitcher on the mound here for Des Moines. He was actually recruited by former Peak Prospects assistant coach Blake Peterson to play at Swick. Check on the runner at first. Count stays 1-1, one away. Runner on first, and nobody out. No score here in the top of our initial inning. Yasko, the number 3 batter, Joe Scarborough, warming up on deck. The pitch, swing, and a miss. Runner goes. The throw's in time. Thompson applies the tag in time. 2 away. Michael Alt is caught stealing. Bryce Yasko at the plate. 2 outs, no runners on, no score. Top of the first. The second baseman, Bubba Thompson, making the catch and applying the tag. So Yasko remains at the plate with a 1-2 count, 2 outs. A chance for the Peak Prospects to retire 3 batters. Here's a shallow fly to right of center field. That'll go down for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Carroll, and they slightly make up for the caught stealing moments ago.
Now batting right fielder number 4, Joe Scarborough.
Joe Scarborough to the plate. Right fielder for the Merchants from Pascagoula, Mississippi. Listed on the roster as both an infielder and a right-handed pitcher. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Again, runner on first, no score, top of the first inning. Left-handed batter Scarborough. Barber is a right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball deep right field. Back at the wall. This one is gone. Two-out home run. Joe Scarborough puts in 2, and the Merchants lead 2-0.
Now batting second baseman number 21, Chris Hagee.
Chris Hagee, the second baseman, up to the plate. That's Scarborough who scores Yasko, and that stolen base attempt by Michael Alt that didn't work out seems all for naught at this point, as Carroll's taking the early 2-0 advantage. Here's the pitch, flowing away, 1-0. So base is empty, 2-0 Carroll. 2 outs, top of the first. The pitch is on the way outside, 2-0. Two-0 delivery, chopper foul down the third base line. Des Moines got the third base dugout today. Carroll's got the first base. It's a ballpark that tends to play pretty big, but that home run there by Scarborough had no doubt. 2-1. Swing and a fly ball to center. And here is Tanner Short underneath it, making a slight adjustment. He makes the catch. But not before Joe Scarborough tacks on a pair of runs with that home run with 2 outs on the board. And that takes us to the middle of the first here on the Peak Prospects Network.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
2-0 Carroll Merchants. Joe Scarborough, 2-run blast to right field, puts the road team up on top by a pair. And to the mound here is going to be Braden Carnes, wearing number 39 on his jersey. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he makes his way to the Merchants by way of Godley, Texas. From East Texas Baptist University. So again, 2-0, 3 hits by the Merchants in that first inning. One runner was caught stealing.
Bo Thompson, senior, Clark University, Hortonville, Wisconsin.
And the first pitch brings up a 1-0 count. The second pitch is called strike one. It's 1-1. So we're in the bottom of the first. Des Moines down 2-0. And the leadoff batter is at the plate. Swings, makes contact, and he gets it on a skip over the shortstop, Bryce Yasko's glove. Thompson will reach first on the play. Alex Barrett, the third baseman, to the plate. That'll be a single by Thompson. Hit it well enough that it was hard for Yasko to catch. Certainly could have come up with it, but a well enough hit ball that Thompson gets credited with the single. So 2-0. Des Moines is down right now, but they got a runner on first. And Barrett, who had a 2-run home run, his first of the season yesterday, he's at the plate. And he looks at a call strike one. Thompson is running. The throw is in time. The tag is in time. So the count will be 0-1, one away, and Barrett is at the plate, and both teams have traded caught stealing plays so far. Oh and 1, one away, and that wipes away the runner to clear the bases. Barrett looks at an outside pitch, and the count is 1-1. There's the 1-1 delivery outside, 2-1. Des Moines coached by Tyler Willis. He spent the last couple of years either assisting or leading the Waterloo Bucks of the Northwoods League. He's an assistant coach at Simpson College, swing and a miss, 2-2. And this is the home of Simpson College in the American Rivers Conference. A few different ARC schools represented by this squad outside, 3-2. Just an absolutely beautiful turf infield installed before the season, but swing and a miss here by Barrett. 2 away, bases empty. Des Moines down 2-0.
First baseman Noah Cook.
This is the first baseman, Noah Cook, who is from Southern Illinois, but he's a native of Urbandale, and he makes his way up to the plate. A right-handed batter. Cook has been electric this year, routinely collects base hits. First pitch, he stares, it goes outside, veering away, 1-0. Des Moines down 2-0, 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the first inning. This will be a 9-inning game. It is not a doubleheader. Swings, makes contact, one hop to short. And it's thrown there by Jasko to Ladner on the 6-3, and the inning is over. Des Moines unable to tack on any runs. They get a base hit, but a runner caught stealing. They're down 2-0.
All right, son.
Carroll's red-hot bats will return to the plate when we come back.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Carroll back to work, 3 base hits so far, and that'll be number 4. So right as we come out of the break, that's Lane Speaker, the left fielder, who gets his first hit of the day and his first plate appearance of the afternoon. A single past the shortstop.
Number 9, Justin Johnson.
So here's Justin Johnson, the catcher. 2-0 Carroll, top of the second. 2-run home run by Joe Scarborough back in the first has been the difference maker. Check on the runner at first, he's safe. Again, Weston Barber is your pitcher.
We were wondering that last night. Yeah, that's like with Michael too. Like we said, do you want to be Michael? I saw that Michael.
You try a second consecutive pickoff attempt and won't get there. Again, manning first base is Noah Cook, 5th year with the Peak Prospects. And they go with the pitch this time. Down in the zone, fastball called 0-1. So far, 4 base hits today for Carroll. Here's the pitch, swing, and a miss, 0-2. Pretty good zone location from Barber so far. He's collected a couple of swinging strikes, but has yet to deliver a strikeout on the day. So 0-2 here against Speaker. Kick and fire. Chopper back and foul. Swing and a bouncing ball to third, and it's Barrett who's going to throw it to Thompson at second to get the force out. No chance for a double play as Thompson went a bit off balance, but Speaker is retired. Johnson makes it to first on
first baseman number
fielder's
13,
choice.
Ryan Ladner.
1 away, Carroll up 2-0. We're in the top of the second. And so to the plate, Ryan Ladner, the first baseman. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1, the count went away. Runner on first. 1-1. Swing, ground ball to short. And it's picked up there on the play by Gravengood. He finds Thompson. The throw to first, not in time. 2 away. Fielder's choice. Johnson is taken out on the play first to second.
Now batting for Carroll for third baseman number 2, Casey Carter.
Ryan Ladner will advance. That's 2 outs. Runner on first once again. Top of the second. Carroll up 2-0. Casey Carter at the bottom of the order. He's the first baseman. And he is up at the plate. Try the pickoff to first. Unsuccessful. So still no count yet here with the runner on first. Casey Carter at the plate. Barber fires. Carter sends it flying shallow center. Tanner short. Underneath it, reaches up and makes the catch. 4 up, 3 down.
Carroll in there.
Pair of fielder's choices.
Runs off on 1
Does the job.
Des Moines Airs and 1
And the
runner
Pink
left on base.
Prospects still down 2-0, going to work in the bottom of the second after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Two nothing Carroll, bottom of the second, heading your way here at McBride Field. Spencer Bohm with you here. Glad you're with us on this Saturday afternoon in south central Iowa. So far, Des Moines been out hit 4-1 today. We will see Declan O'Hare from Central College out in beautiful Pella, Iowa, making his way up to the plate. It's Declan O'Hare, Cade Gravengood, and Tanner Short. The 4, 5, and 6 due up for Des Moines. First pitch, catches the outside on a fastball for strike 1. O'Hare went 2 for 4 in the second part of the doubleheader, and he grounds one up the middle. Is picked up there by the shortstop Yasko. The throw to Ladner is in time, and O'Hare is done.
Shortstop, Cade Gravengood.
Cade Gravengood, the shortstop, up to the plate. Gravengood wearing jersey number 8. First pitch. Swing and a shallow fly ball to right of center, and that is a base hit. And he will stop at first off the single. Des Moines down 2-0, 1 out, no runners on up until that point, and Gravengood gets the single.
Prospect center fielder number 15.
So Tanner Short from Ellsworth Community College, where he had 44 ribbies and 12 home runs in his freshman season, is up to the plate. Right-handed batter, native of Des Moines, went to Roosevelt. Two 2-0 Carroll leads. Des Moines been out hit 4-2 so far. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. That was trending inside there, too, from Braden Carnes, number 39, up on the mound. In low 70s right now, pretty humid outside. Fly ball to right, foul. And that is why you do not park too close to the stadium. Didn't go to the parking lot, though. Quick 0-2 count, one away, runner on first. That's Gravengood. Tanner Short at the plate. Trying to get Des Moines on the board for the first time today. And he's called. He is called for the looking strikeout, and Diego Morales to the plate. Morales, he is from San Bruno, California in the Bay Area, went to Cappuccino High School. He comes up to the plate, the right-handed batter who has a knack for getting on base. He's got only 3 base hits on the year, but he's walked a bunch. He's been hit by a pitch a couple of times, reached on error at least once this year. Bottom of the second, Des Moines down 2-0. Runner on first, tying run Morales at the plate, 2 outs. Carnes kicking fire. Morales stares at a strike that dips beneath the zone. Or a ball, pardon me, dips beneath the zone. 2-0, 2 outs. Gravengood's on first. That's via a single. Called near the outside. Runner going. Tag not applied in time. So Gravengood's on via the stolen base. The count is 2-1 here against Morales.
Okay, Carnes, you can do it.
2-1 pitch from Carnes, outside on a fastball. Hitters count. Kick and fire outside. Ball 4, and there he goes again. Morales getting on base. Morales will advance. Gravengood remains on second. Runners on first and second. Des Moines is down 2-0, and up to the plate for the Peak Prospects, Isaac Short. He's a catcher, freshman from Northwestern College up in Orange City. Native of Grimes, a western suburb of the Des Moines Metro. So right-handed batter up to the plate, standing at 6'4". Braden Carnes on the mound. Again, Des Moines down by a pair, has been out hit 4-2. Swing and a miss. A 1, swung on, fouled back. Oh, and 2, runners on first and second. Des Moines down 2-0. Kick and fire, swing and a miss. Drop third strike. They'll have to throw him out, which they will. And that'll do it. 3 strikeouts today pitched by Braden Carnes, and the Peak Prospects down 2-0. We are through 2 here in Indianola.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train.
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Des Moines down 2-0. We go into the top of the third. Carroll goes back to the top of its order. Merchants' only loss this season was against St. Joe. They are 8-1. So here's Michael Alt, who had singled back in the first but was caught stealing. On his way to second, he's up at the plate. Opening pitch from Barber, low and inside, 1-0. Two and 0. Three and 0. That was low and inside. As we start the third inning. Courtesy strike one, down in the zone, 3-1. Hitters count here against Alt, the leadoff batter. The pitch upstairs, ball 4. Alt will walk, and here comes Dylan Kuhl, the designated hitter, who lined out to the second baseman back in the first. He's at the plate. Left-handed batter. Here in the top of the third, Carroll up 2-0 with a runner on first off the walk moments ago. Up in the zone, 0-1. Again, Weston Barber's on the mound from Southwest Iowa Community College. 0-1 pitch. Just outside, 1-1. Two and 1. Foul ball back to the fence, 2-2. Got a small contingent of fans here today. Carroll has traveled well. They did last year as well. Got a small handful of fans in blue shirts. 2-2. And he gets the call down in the zone near the inside for strike 3. And the first strikeout of the day pitched by Weston Barber. One away, runner on first. Yasko singled and scored on the home run by Scarborough back in the first inning. Comes up to the plate. 2-0 Carroll, one out, runner on first via a walk. Top of the third. Right-handed batter up at the plate. Right-handed pitcher on the mound. Check on the runner at first, not in time. Des Moines started out with the loss against Carroll to open the season 19-8. They won 4 in a row since then, have won 2 out of 6, but a 6-5 record coming into the day. Tries for the low outside corner and clips it. 0-1. Swing and a bouncing ball to short. Here's Graven, good. Thompson, Cook, double play. How about the defense Just 3 batters used, and Alt is retired after his walk, and the Peak Prospects down 2-0 off a fantastic defensive play. We will step aside here on the Peak Prospects Network.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays? The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the third heading your way. Des Moines down 2-0. Peak Prospects will bring up to the plate for the first time today Colin Evers. He's the number 9 batter, and he's playing in left field. He plays at Nyack. That's North Iowa Area Community College up in Mason City. And so we get the 9-1-2. He'll be followed by Thompson and Barrett. Again, Des Moines down 2-0. The Joe Scarborough home run back in the top of the first is what's done it so far for Carroll, leading 2-0, and a swing and a miss on the opening pitch there by Evers. Below the zone, 1-1. Braden Carnes, couple of innings so far, and a trio of strikeouts, 2 swinging, 1 looking. The pitch. Swing, high fly ball to shallow right of center. And it's the center fielder, Michael Alt, who makes the catch, 1 away.
Second baseman, Bubba Thompson.
Bubba Thompson back to the plate. He singled but was caught stealing back in the first. This is an aggressive base-running team, the Des Moines Peak Prospects, so sometimes you'll get caught stealing, but see what he can do here. He had 7 ribbies yesterday and scored 4 runs, hit a pair of 3-run home runs in Game 2 of the doubleheader. And he looks at strike 1 high and outside, or high near the outside, that is, 0-1 count. So Evers just had the fly out, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third. He swings and connects for a foul ball. That's a fly out to right. Oh, and 2. 1 away, base is empty. And Des Moines down 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Thompson's retired, 2 away quickly, bases empty.
Now batting for the Prospects.
Strikeout number 4 pitched by Braden Carnes. Alex Barrett from Nyack had a swing and a miss on a strikeout back in the first. He heads up to the plate. Mentioned earlier, he woke up the offense in Game 2 of the doubleheader with a 2-run bomb to right field. His slug had been 176, which was the same as his batting average coming into that at-bat. And he looks at ball 1, 1-0, 2 outs. Des Moines down 2-0. Here in the bottom of the third. 2-0. For those of you who are listening on Mixlr, we do have a YouTube stream today. I'll send a link to that in the chat. Swing and a blooper to right of center. That's down for a 2-out base hit. And Alex Barrett reaches for the first time today with a hit. Noah Cook grounded into a 6-3 to end the inning last time around. And for those of you who are listening on Mixlr, I just posted the link to the YouTube live stream for those of you who are interested in watching the game. Noah Cook looks at a strike 1, it's 0-1. And so you've got Barrett on first, Des Moines down 2-0, bottom of the third, 2 outs. Breaking ball caught the inside, 0-2. Two away, the pitch. Swung on and ripped into right field. That's down for a base hit, working its way towards the warning track. Here goes Barrett, rounding third. He's going to try and go home. The throw is in time, but no chance for a tag, and it is 2-1. And so on that play, Noah Cook with the RBI double to right field. And the Peak Prospects on the board for the first time today, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Here's Declan O'Hare, ground out, back in the second in his only plate appearance. So Des Moines down 2-1 now. Swing and a foul ball out of play.
Another strike, you can do it.
One goes away, 1-1. Again, Cook is in scoring position, the only runner over on second. Turf infield, mound is turf. Infield track is turf, outfield is natural grass. Swing and a short chopper. It makes its way to third. Casey Carter fires to first. In time. So Declan O'Hare with the ground out. And the Peak Prospects able to tack on a run. Noah Cook with the RBI double. He picks up right where he's left off coming into the day. Peak Prospects down 2-1. Top of the fourth is next on YouTube and Mixlr.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks? Think train.
2-1 Carroll. Weston Barber on the mound. Here's the pitch. 1-0. So we're in the top of the fourth. Des Moines tacked on his first run of the day. Swing and a miss. 1-1. It was a Noah Cook RBI double with 2 outs on the board as well. Joe Scarborough at the plate after his 2-run bomb to right back in the first. Swing and a tip. And it's 1-2. Mike Bonner, one of our pitchers, is on the sound effects today. You're going to hear about 25 broken windshields before the night is over. Shout out to Eric Verhelst, who rejoins us today, our public address announcer and scorekeeper. Bouncing ball to first. O'Hare gloves it. Correction, Cook gloves it unassisted and steps on the bag for the force out.
Now batting, second baseman number 21, Chris Heggie.
One away. Carroll up 2-1. We're in the top of the fourth. No runners on, and Chris Heggie, the second baseman who had a fly out to the center fielder to end the top of the first, makes his second plate appearance of the day, right-handed batter up to the plate. Cloudy afternoon, low 70s at first pitch, but it is very humid out there. Barber tries for the corner and misses away from the batter, low. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, and it rolls past Gravengood. A well-hit ground ball, and rounding first, but then stopping after a few feet on the play, Chris Hagee with a one-out single.
Now batting for Carroll, left fielder number 23, Lane Speaker.
Lane Speaker playing in left field, singled, but was taken out on a fielder's choice back in the second. 5 base hits now for Carroll. They lead Des Moines in that category 5-4. Inside at the hands. 1-0. One away, runner on first. Carroll up 2-1, top of the fourth. Pickoff attempt to first, not successful. Kick and fire, swing and a miss. Swings underneath a pitch up in the zone. And currently, all 1 strike, 1 away here on Speaker and the Merchants. Swing and a miss. Again up in the zone near the outside, and he took it and couldn't connect. 1-2 now the count, 1 out. With Hagee over on first. Pickoff attempt, unsuccessful. So back to Barber we go up on the mound. It's from Southwestern Community College. So far 3 1/3 with 1 strikeout on a walk and 5 hits. Low and outside, short makes the block. Even count. Swing and a foul tip directly back to the chain link fence. There's a small backstop as well. I think it hit that. Count stays at 2-2. Should have kept a running tally on fictional broken windshields. We're at 3, according to Mr. Bonner himself. Just above the zone. Full count. Justin Johnson due up. Hagee on first. 1 out. Carroll up 2-1. Top of the fourth. Merchants are batting. Payoff. Swung on and popped into the sky. Foul. That's 4 broken windshields, hypothetically. He swings and misses. Second strikeout pitch by Barber. 2 outs, runner on first. Justin Johnson.
Next up,
Advanced
the
to
catcher,
first on
number
a
9,
fielder's
Justin
choice.
Johnson.
Up at the plate. Des Moines down 2-1. Merchants are batting on this cloudy afternoon. Runner goes. This is a chance for Thompson to apply the tag, and he does. Second stolen base broken up by Thompson off the throw from Isaac Short that strands Justin Johnson at the plate. So the Big Prospects defense coming up strong. 3 innings in a row. They're down 2-1 and a chance to potentially take the lead. We'll see. Bottom of the fourth is next.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Two to one Merchants lead. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Peak Prospects will be batting. Justin Johnson would have been up to bat for Carroll had Hagging up and caught stealing, so he'll be up to bat in the top of the fifth. But in the meantime, we get 5, 6, and 7, Graven Good, Tanner Short, and Diego Morales. First pitch, foul ball back, and the count is 0-1. This is Graven Good at the plate, who singled and stole second back in the second. Ball one, 1-1 pitch on the way, missed the corner. Looked low there, 2-1 the count. Hitters count 3-1 here against Graven Good. Swing and a miss, full count. Payoff. Got him down in the zone near the inside. So Graven Good is done, and that is the fifth strikeout pitch today by Carnes. And to the plate, Tanner Short, who struck out looking back in the second. Starts the count out 0-1. Des Moines down 2-1, bottom of the fourth, one out. Nobody on. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to deep left field. Back at the wall. Speaker looking at it, reaches up and makes the catch at the warning track. 2 outs, base is empty. Diego Morales, who walked back in the second, up to the plate. Mentioned earlier, has a knack for getting on base. Here's the pitch from Carnes outside. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Yasko fires across to Ladner. Got him. That'll do it. 3 up, 3 down. Peak Prospects down 2-1. We go to the top of the fifth next on the Peak Prospects Network.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy.
Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Long Necker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines, offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years and would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. Thank you and enjoy the game. Glad you're with us. 2-1 your score in favor of Carroll. Merchants had the 2-run home run from Joe Scarborough. Back in the second, Des Moines had an RBI double by Noah Cook. And the Merchants will bring up 7, 8, and 9, starting with Justin Johnson, who was stranded at the plate last time around. So top of the fifth, Carroll up by a single run. Swings and lines it foul to the third base dugout and beyond. Swing and a foul back to the backstop. 0-2. So 0-2, bases empty, no outs. Low and away, 1-2. Weston Barber on the mound. 2 strikeouts so far. Carroll's had 5 hits. Quickly low and outside. Two and 2. Swing and a fly ball shallow right. Morales looks up underneath it and makes the catch. 1 out, base is empty.
Next up, first baseman Ryan Gladner.
Ryan Gladner grounded into a fielder's choice and advanced to first back in the second. So he's 0 for 1. Peak Prospects down 2-1. Carroll is batting with a 1-run lead. Top of the fifth. Nobody on, 1 out. Barber fires and goes low and away. 1-0. Same thing, 2-0. Three and 0. Down in the zone, called 3-1. Carroll's out hit Des Moines today, 5-4. It was 4-2 before Des Moines tied it up. Carroll leading by 1. Here's a liner to shallow left, and that's down for a base hit. Gladner's on, 6th hit of the day by the Merchants. Second time he's reached, and his first hit of the afternoon. Carroll's up 2-1. Runner on first, 1 out. Casey Carter now to the plate, back at the bottom of the order. The catcher playing, or the third baseman, pardon me, wearing jersey number 2. Third batter of the inning. And starts out the count 0-1. Swing and a ground ball that makes its way to the shortstop, Gravegood. He fires to Thompson for the force out. The throw not in time to first. Fielder's choice will advance Carter. And again, Des Moines has done a good job of getting these force outs at second.
Up next,
Carter
center fielder number 3, Michael
on first,
Alt.
2 away. Carroll up 2-1. Here's Michael Alt to the plate. Alt is 1 for 1 with a single. He was caught stealing. That was back in the first. He walked in the third and was left there on a double play, actually taken out on his way to second on a double play. So 2 outs, runner on, and Alt looks at ball 1. 1-0 to start this at bat. Swing and a chopper to the first baseman, Cook, and he will simply make a short turn and step on the bag for the ground out. So runner stranded on first. Carroll fails to tack on any runs since the first inning. Still leads this one 2-1. Big Prospects get back to work in the bottom of the 5th when we come back. You're listening to live coverage of Pink League Baseball on the Peak Prospects Network.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
2-1, Carroll leads. Isaac Short will lead off for the Big Prospects. Again, they're down by 1 run. Noah Cook with an RBI double back in the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Southern Illinois' Noah Cook. And it is Braden Carnes back on the mound, missing the low outside corner, 1-0. Correction, Isaac Short at the plate, and he swings, and he rips one to right. Base hit. He's on first. Isaac Short with his first hit of the day. So he's 1 for 2. And
left fielder, Colin Evers.
Colin Evers will make his second plate appearance, 0 for 1 with a fly out to the center fielder. That was back in the 3rd inning. Big Prospects down 2-1, tying run on the first base bag. No outs. Bottom of the 5th. Left-handed batter Evers from Nyack is at the plate. And clips the outside, 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And he looks at a strike down in the zone near the outside and will walk away. 1 away.
Up next for the Moines, second baseman Bubba Thompson.
Bubba Thompson, the second baseman. 1 for 2 today with a single back in the 1st and a strikeout in the 3rd. Comes up to the plate. 3rd plate appearance. Thompson's from Hortonville, Wisconsin. Did very well at Clark the last couple of years. Originally went to Southern University down in Baton Rouge. 2 3-run home runs last night. He swings and he flies one up the shallow center. Here's Michael Alt running up, and it drops in front of him. The throw to second is not in time. So Short will advance. Runners on first and second. Des Moines down 2-1, just 1 out on the board. And to the plate, Alex Barrett. Thought that was going to be a flyout, and I guess it just didn't go far enough there for Michael Alt to come up with it. Sun peeking through the cloud cover a little bit here. We're just about at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Time here in America's Heartland. Barrett singled and scored back in the 3rd. He's been getting better and better offensively over the last couple of games. He swings and flies one out foul. So an 0-1 count with 1 away. We've got 7 pretend broken windshields now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is 0-2. Short on second, Thompson on first, 1 out. 0-2 count here on Barrett. Des Moines down 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Outside. 1-2. Carnes 4 1/3 so far, 6 strikeouts. 40 strikes in 59 pitches. Outside, and a slight check there from Barrett. Thought about swinging, made a wise decision not to chase. 2-2, 1 away. Two. Fouls it away. Count remains even, 1 out. Runners on the first 2 bags. Des Moines down 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Outside, ball 3. Good eye there from Barrett once again to avoid chasing the outside pitch. These teams tied in the hit category at 6 apiece. Payoff. Ball 4. Bases loaded. Des Moines down 2-1. Short goes to third. Thompson is 180 feet away. Barrett walks to first. We go to Noah Cook. The last guy you want to see walk up to home plate with the bases loaded. He ripped one to right for an RBI double back in the 30s, 1 for 2. So bases loaded, Des Moines down 2-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Clip the upstairs outside. Corner 0-1. Carnes kicks and fires. 0-2. 1 out on the board. Time is called. Cook will take a warm-up swing and step back into the box. Carnes ready to go. Hand in his glove. 0-2 count. Kick and fire. Swing, ground ball, and it sneaks past the first baseman. Here goes short. And he'll be followed on the play by Thompson. The throw is offline, and Des Moines has taken a 3-2 lead. Peak Prospects went down 2-0 early. That was back in the first. They've now got 3 unanswered. Barrett will make his way to third. 1 out on the board, and Noah Cook able to sneak it underneath the first baseman to get a base hit, and his second and third runs batted in on the afternoon. And still just 1 out on the board. Cook is responsible for all 3 runs batted in. Declan O'Hare at the plate is 0 for 2. He swings and he flies one to shallow center. This might be enough time for Barrett to tag. He tags. He runs. The throw is on the way. Not in time. 4-2 ball game. And in the bottom of the 5th, the Peak Prospects have scored 3. A sac fly RBI by Declan O'Hare to bring in another run. Cade Graven go to his 1 for 2, stolen base, comes up to the plate. So your only runner now is Noah Cook. Blowing away, 1-0. Again, 4-2, bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, runner on first. Des Moines has taken the lead.
Big strike, Sarge, big strike.
Inside at the elbows, 2-0.
Nice hit.
2-1, called strike one near the outside. Inside, hitters count, 2 outs, runner on first. Tanner Short is due up. Ball 4. Gets him walking inside. Graven Good goes to first. Tanner Short to the plate, 0 for 2 today. He's got Graven Good on first. Cook will advance to second off the walk. Des Moines has taken a 4-2 lead with 3 runs here, 2 RBI single by Cook. O'Hare with the sac fly single RBI. The 8th batter used here in the inning for Des Moines. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs on the board. Outside, 1-0. Two and 0. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. Kick and fire, swing and a miss on a pitch veering towards the outside. Deuce is wild, runners on the first 2 bases. Des Moines has now out-hit Carroll on the day, 6-7. Two and 2, the delivery. Short swings. That's a short bouncing ball, mishandled at first by the pitcher. He goes low on a 1-hop underhand to Ladner, who completes the play for the 1-3 ground out. 8 batters used. Des Moines has taken a 4-2 lead, 3 runs scored in the inning. And the Peak Prospects with their first lead of the day in a pivotal game here in the first half of the season.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Here in Indianola, 25 minutes south of downtown Des Moines. Ground ball directly to first, and stepping on the bag on the play off the ground out by Kuehl will be Cook. It's the second time in a row he's had an unassisted ground out. So Bryce Yasko to the plate. He is 1 for 2. Des Moines has taken a 4-2 lead. We are in the top of the 6th. Appreciate you all joining us today. Low and in. Ball 1. Only 2 runs today scored by Carroll were in the first. A Joe Scarborough 2-run home run, and that's been it. Weston Barber on the mound. And this one is ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Yasko goes to first, 1-out single. Carroll down 4-2, top of the 6th. 1 out on the board.
Now batting to right field, number 4, Joe Scarborough.
Joe Scarborough to the plate. Swings and flies it to right. And lands just foul. Very close. So the count is 0-1, 1 away, runner on first. Top of the 6th.
Go, Joe.
0-1, Scarborough, and he sends one on a liner to right. That's going to put runners at the corners, and Scarborough's actually advancing to second. Throw is cut off, wouldn't have had a chance anyways, and Yasko's on third. And with Carroll down 4-2, they've got runners in scoring position here. Scarborough with a 1-out double. Chris Hagee, who is 1 for 2 with a single today, he was caught stealing back in the 4th. He comes up to the plate. Speaker would be due up next. Hagee swings and fouls it on a liner to the parking lot to the right. 0-1. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Runners on bases 2 and 3. Carroll is batting. Back to out hitting Des Moines, 8-7. Low and away, 1-1. Do have some bullpen action. Hard to see who's warming up there in the bullpen. Count is 1-1. Swing, and it is sent over the second baseman, Bubba Thompson. Carroll is going to tie the game. Yasko and Scarborough will go home, and Hagee's on first with a 2-run RBI single with 1 out on the board, top of the 6th. Lane Speaker up to the plate, and now Coach Will is heading up to the mound. And looks like we've got a call to the bullpen. We will take a break here on the Peak Prospects Network. Carroll has tied the game at 4. Top of the 6th will continue when we find out who the new pitcher is and rejoin you here on YouTube and on Mixlr.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Turf infield here at McBride Field. Showing you some footage here as we take you to the pitching change here. Colton Clarahan, he's been on the roster, but he just joined the team today. Southeastern Community College, was runners-up in the JUCO World Series just a few days ago. Matter of fact, Taichi Nakao and Cole Yearsley, who played with the Peak Prospects last year, were on that team. And so Clarahan continues the tradition and joins the team now. Right-handed pitcher from Harper, Iowa. And Chris Heggie just had a 2 RBI single to tie this game at 2 after Des Moines took a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th, tied at 4. Lane Speaker, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout in the 2nd and the 4th, taken out on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, and Clarahan clips the outside, and it's 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Go, Lane.
0-2. Clarahan fires to first, not in time. And yes, that is the only base runner, Chris Heggie. It's a cloudy afternoon at McBride Field. Turf infield, grass outfield. Upstairs, 1-2. This turf was installed prior to the spring 2023 season. Simpson College Athletic Director Marty Bell making numerous facility improvements over the last couple of years. They redid the basketball gym as well prior to the year. That looks fantastic. 2-2 the count. Softball's got turf as well. They have a nice facility over there. 2-2 runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and welcome to the Peak Prospects. Colton Clarahan gets a swinging strikeout after pitching change.
Number 9, Justin Johnson.
So Colton Clarahan wearing number 19 here is Justin Johnson to the plate. Tied at 4. The catcher, he's 0 for 2. He did advance on a fielder's choice. First pitch, 1-0. Everybody on the Carroll lineup, with the exception of Dylan Cool, pardon me, has advanced. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So again, the pitching change. Colton Clarahan is up on the mound. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Johnson batting here in the 7 hole. Full count. Payoff, kick and fire, swing and a foul ball. Speaker struck out moments ago. Before then, we had a pitching change before then. Heggie with the 1 out, 2 RBI single to score Yasko and Scarborough. Low and away, ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 out. 2 outs, pardon me. So Hagee will advance.
13, Ryan Ladner.
Top of the 6th, tied at 4. Carroll has tied this game. Been a good one so far. Ryan Ladner to the plate. 1 for 2. He's advanced both times. Once on a fielder's choice, the other on a single, taken out on a fielder's choice in the 5th. So we continue to the top of the 6th. 2 away. Tied at 4. Clarahan pitches and draws up a swing. And a miss, 0-1. One and one. Gets one down in the zone, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the first 2 bags. Top of the 6th, tied at 4. Carroll has tied this thing up with 2 runs after Des Moines scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a ground ball that goes to the shortstop. It's picked up by Gravengood. Fielder's choice to second baseman Thompson will retire Justin Johnson and the side. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. 3 hits, 2 runs. Carroll has tied things up here in Indianola.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Number 37, Quentin Culbertson from Northern State University is up on the mound for a pitching change. So that'll do it for the 5 innings thrown by Braden Carnes. Six strikeouts from Carnes, 4 runs. To the plate for Des Moines will be the 7, 8, and 9, Morales, Short, and Evers. First inning, Joe Scarborough for Carroll had a 2-run home run into right field. Des Moines got its first run in the bottom of the 3rd off a Noah Cook RBI double, and then took the lead with a Cook 2 RBI single, and then an O'Hare sac fly, and then 2 runs scored by a 2 RBI single by Hagee to tie things up in the top of the 6th. So here's Diego Morales up to the plate. Bottom of the 6th about to begin, tied at 4. Morales is 0 for 1. He has walked once today. That was back in the 2nd, and he was stranded there. Morales swings and lines one foul out of the park to right. 0-1. Des Moines has now been out hit 9-7. Kick and fire. Across his body, clips the zone. 0-2. This is a right-handed pitcher, Culbertson. Across his body again, outside this time, 1-2. Swung on and fouled off the catcher and back. One pitch. Or correction, 2-2 pitch, or 2 balls and 2 strikes on the board. There we go. Peak Prospects used 8 batters in the last inning. On their first right now, Morales. Swings and sends one to the sky, heading towards foul territory. And it stayed in play, but it was caught there by the second baseman, Chris Hagee. So Morales is retired. Isaac Short up to the plate. Had a single and a run back in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. 6'4", right-handed batter, and the catcher for the Peak Prospects. Tied at 4. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th continues. Breaking ball just missed. 1-0. Swing and a bouncing ball foul down the first base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out.
No. When I asked him at the game, he said he had shorts on his so when he thinks
and 1-1. Short swings a ground ball, and it is stopped there on the dive by the second baseman, Hagee, but he couldn't throw it to Ladner. And Short is on the board with a base hit. 1 out, runner on first. Des Moines and Carroll tied at 4. Well hit ball there by Short. Great stop by Hagee, but he couldn't quite complete the throw to Ladner. It was a bit wide, and Short will go to first. So his second base hit in a row. Colin Evers to the plate, 0 for 2 with a fly out to the center fielder in the 3rd and a looking strikeout in the 5th. Again, bottom of the 6th, tied at 4. 1 away here against Des Moines. 0-1 looking strike. Check on the runner at first. He's safe. The first base coach is Joel Sampson, currently a catcher at Simpson College. Tyler Willis is one of his assistants at Simpson and the head coach of the Peak Prospects. And this one is ripped into right field off the bat of Evers. And runners will be on first and second, 1 away. Game tied at 4. 1 out. So Evers has his first hit of the day, and Des Moines has now retied Carroll in the hitting category at 9 apiece. So we go back to the top of the order. Thompson, who's 2 for 3, a pair of singles, a run. He struck out in the 3rd. He was caught stealing in the 1st. Bat was broken as well, so Thompson will hand over the various fragments to Noah Cook. Peak Prospects have had a penchant for breaking bats this year. I think Abraham Arroyo's broken 2 so far. John Doty sent one out into orbit that broke. Bubba Thompson broke one on an RBI double to left field. So he heads up to the plate. Runners in first and second. We're tied up at 4, 9 hits apiece. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Des Moines has 1 out against it. Back to the top of the order we go. Thompson from Clark University, Heart of America Athletic Conference program. Clipsy inside, 0-1. 1-1. Barrett is due up. He's reached his last 2 times. Kick and fire. That one's high, 2-1. Counts 2-1. Swing. And a liner to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time. That's a double play.
Vermont in their half of the 6th inning, no runs off of 2 hits to 1-0. Carroll Warriors, 1 runner left on base.
So that'll do it for the 6th. We got 3 more innings. We've got a good one here in Indianola. The Peak Prospects and the Merchants tied up at 4 apiece. Top of the 7th is next. After this.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
A stroll down the town square of downtown Indianola. Nice little view here. They built a new courthouse. It was finished sometime between last summer and now. Tied at 4. And the first pitch from Colton Clarahan is going to hit the batter up at the plate here for Carroll. That is Casey Carter. He looks a little bit shaken up, too, so they're tending to him over there left of the plate. So that'll put a runner on first here in just a moment, but most important thing, make sure he's all right. Colton Clarahan's on the mound. He came in and delivered a strikeout in relief of the starter, Weston Barber, who gave the Peak Prospects 5 1/3. And Carter will get a round of applause as he makes his way over to first, so it looks like he is all right. So the number 1 batter, Michael Auld, up to the plate after Carter is hit hard by the pitch. Well, they may put in a pinch runner here, actually. And yeah, they will put in a pinch runner. So that's your third baseman, Casey Carter, who got hit by the pitch. This is Cullen McBride from Staunton, Illinois. Listed on the roster as an outfielder and a right-handed pitcher. He'll be the pinch runner.
Pinch running at first base for Carroll will be number 35, Cullen McBride. Now batting for the Merchants, center fielder
So
number
top
3,
of the
Michael
7th,
Auld.
tied at 4, runner on first, no outs. Carroll is batting. McBride played the first time these two teams met. 17-8 win for Carroll. They scored 8 in the top of the first, and teams tied 9-9 down the road. Up and away, 1-0. So you got Colin McBride on first. Two and 0. Three and 0. Des Moines scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Carroll 2 in the top of the 6th. Joe Scarborough had a 2-run home run to right to begin things. Down in the zone called, and a hitter's count now here on Alt. 3 and 1. Cool is next. He clips the low corner. And now a full count. No outs yet. Runner on first. That's the pinch runner, McBride. Swing, and this one is sent to left field on a rainbow. Runners on first and second with no outs on the board. So Alt with the single. Carter was hit by the pitch, but his pinch runner McBride will advance to second. Dylan Cool 0 for 3. Line out, strikeout, and a unassisted ground out. Runners on first and second. Game tied at 4 here in the top of the 7th. 10th base hit by Carroll. Des Moines has had 9. Clarahan kicks and fires. 0 and 1. Here's the pitch. 1-1. No outs on the board. Again, the first 2 bags have runners on. Carroll is 8 and 1. Des Moines is 6 and 5. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a high fly ball left of center, pardon me, and it's caught there by Colin Evers coming in from his spot in left field, 1 away. Bryce Yasko, the shortstop, who is 2 for 3. He grounded into a double play back in the 3rd, but he's got 2 singles and 2 runs otherwise. He's at the plate. Game tied at 4, top of the 7th. And 1 out on the board. Runners on first and second. Again, for those of you listening on Mixlr, if you're able to watch and would like to do so, I've posted the link in the live chat on our Mixlr window. Looking strike 0 and 1. And if you have to head out on the road, would like to listen, peakprospects.mixlr.com. Catch the links on our social media profiles. Swing and a chopper to third. And the step on the bag from Barrett. He'll now throw across the diamond. That's a double play. Carter is taken out. And the game stays tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th is next. Great game so far.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Some defensive changes for the Merchants. After Casey Carter got hit by the pitch, got a bit shaken up. He's no longer at third. Joe Scarborough is actually going to move over there. And then Colin McBride, who pinch ran, is going to move into right field. Tied at 4. Big Prospects scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Carroll tied it with 2 more in the top of the 6th inning. Alex Barrett, Noah Cook, and Declan O'Hare, 2, 3, and 4 due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Let me get our scoreboard fixed here on our YouTube live stream. And we should be good to go. First pitch, 1-0, and it's still Quentin Culbertson, who came in to start the 6th inning after 5 innings and 6 strikeouts pitched by Braden Carnes. (1-0) outside, 2-0. Last year, Des Moines finished third in the Mink League North Division. Carroll finished 4th. It came down to the last game of the season. Des Moines needed either a win or a Carroll loss to get into the playoffs. 3-0 here against Barrett. No outs as we start the bottom of the 7th. And what happened was Des Moines lost 15-1 at St. Joe to cap off their regular season. Carroll was down by 2 against Clarinda in the 8th, and weather came through, and they called the game. And so Des Moines got that final spot, nearly took down Clarinda in the first round of the Mink League playoffs. Here's the pitch, outside on a 3-0 count. Oh, no, it clipped the zone, 3-1. Got a little ahead of myself there. Still a hitter's count, though, here on Barrett. He's playing third base today for the Peak Prospects. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, 3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. Count started 3-0. It's now 3-2. Culbertson delivers. Swung on and fouled down with a slight roll behind the circle. Count stays 3-2. Bottom of the 7th. No outs, no runners on. Full count, game tied at 4. Here's the pitch to Barrett. Swings in another foul ball. Hey, Bonner, how many windshields is that? Have you lost count? Ah. 15? 15, okay. It's a swing and another foul ball. Barrett a little bit shaken up on the play. Thing is, folks, he's playing broken glass. It doesn't matter where the foul ball goes. It could go 2 feet behind home plate, and he's still playing the broken glass sound effect. Barrett at the plate, still a full count. He's fouled off of about 3 consecutive pitches, I think. Left-handed batter up the plate, right-handed pitcher Culbertson fires. Barrett, swing and a miss. He is retired. 1 out, base is empty, game tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th, Noah Cook, who has been unreal today. 3 ribbies, double and a single in the 3rd and the 5th. He's 2 for 3. Just continues to tear it up. Culbertson goes across his body and misses 1-0. Cook is a right-handed batter. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 4, 1 out. Quinton delivers the 1-0. Cook lines it towards center. It's stopped there by Yasko, the shortstop, and he completes the play to first for the ground out. 2 away, bases empty, game tied at 4. Bottom of the 7th, Des Moines is batting. Here's Declan O'Hare, the designated hitter, who's got 1 RBI today off a sac fly. That was the one that put Des Moines up 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Carroll tied it at 4 in the top of the 6th. And that's where we are now, 4-4, bottom of the 7th inning. Local time, 6:44 p.m. Still a pretty cloudy day out here for those of you who are listening. 1-0. Ben Berg, his first season coaching the Merchants. Willis, first season coaching the Peak Prospects. 2-0. Swing and a bouncing ball makes its way to Yasko. The shortstop dropped it at first. Fires to first. Not in time. O'Hare will advance. That's an E6. 2 outs, runner on first for Des Moines. Cade Gravengood up to the plate. We are tied at 4 runs apiece. Gravengood has a single, a strikeout, and a walk in innings number 2, 4, and 5. So here's Gravengood. We're in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied at 4. The go-ahead run. O'Hare is on first. 2 outs on the board. Here at McBride Field, the pitch swung on and popped up into the sky towards first. And it's actually the second baseman making his way towards the foul line, Chris Hagee, who comes up with the pop-out. 4 up, 3 down. O'Hare reaches on an error, but that's it. We end the 7th. 2 more to go with this game tied at 4. We go to the top of the 8th after this.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In 95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in 09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Joe Scarborough had a 2-run home run back in the first inning. We're tied at 4. We go to the top of the 8th. Let me update the scoreboard here for you all. Still Colton Clarahan up there on the mound for Des Moines. And leading off here for the Merchants is Joe Scarborough. Mentioned his home run earlier. 2-0 count to start this at-bat. Here in the top of the 8th. 9-inning game today. Not a doubleheader. Peak Prospects have played 4 doubleheaders so far. That's a very short bouncing ball to third. Not enough time to throw. Farrath won't even try. And Joe Scarborough, well-hit ball with his 3rd base hit of the day. He's 3 for 4.
Next up, the second baseman.
We continue at the top of the 8th. Tied at 4. Runner on first for Carroll. Chris Hagee. 3rd baseman to the plate. These teams will play each other tomorrow in Carroll. It's essentially is a home and away. Low, 1-0. That game is at 4 p.m. over in Carroll, Iowa. Off of U.S. Highway 30. Check on the runner at first. So we got a 1-0 count here on Hagee, who had the game-tying 2 RBI single to score Yasko and Scarborough. Scarborough's on first. He's had a pair of runs today. So no outs on the board and a runner on first. Here's the pitch. Finds the low outside corner. Gets the call, 1-1. It's a right-handed batter at the plate against a right-handed pitcher, Clarahan, who's thrown 1 2/3 so far with a strikeout, 2 hits, no runs. And Chris Hagee draws up strike 2, 1 2. No outs. Low, even count, 2 2. We'll have the broadcast on our Mixler, just our Mixler, tomorrow. Carroll will have their own stream on YouTube. Post the links to both on our website later on. 3 2. Payoff coming up. Carroll has out-hit Des Moines today, 11-9. We're in the top of the 8th. Game is tied at 4. Runner on first, full count, no outs. Chris Hagee, the number 5 batter, and the second baseman is at the plate. Carroll wearing its blue camo tops with white pants. Des Moines wearing its fade tops with white pants. It's a black and white fade top. Outside, ball 4. Scarborough to second, Hagee to first. No outs.
Now batting for the Merchants, left fielder.
Top of the 8th. And now assistant coach Joel Sampson leaving the dugout and making his way up to the mound to talk to his infield. Got Scarborough on second, Hagee on first. Speaker coming up to the plate. He's the 6th spot batter, playing in left field. He's got a single and a pair of strikeouts today. He was Clarahan's lone strikeout this afternoon. First batter that Colton Clarahan has faced as a member of the Peak Prospects, coming off his playoff run to the Junior College World Series with Southeastern. We had a couple other join us over the past couple of days who also played in the JUCO World Series with East Central. That's what I was thinking of moments ago. That was Liam Gilbert and Houston Wedgeworth, who each made their initial appearances last night. All right, tied at 4, visit is over. Hagee on first, Scarborough on second. We're tied up at 4. We are in the top of the 8th. There are no outs on the board. Carroll is batting. Clarahan fires. Above the elbows, 1-0. Caught the zone, 1-1. One, swinging a foul ball off a bouncing ball there from Speaker towards the dugout for Des Moines. 1-2, no outs, runners on the first 2. Tied at 4, top of the 8th. Kick and fire. Outside, 2-2. Good stop there from short. Clarahan into the windup. Down in the zone, called. Strike 3. Second strikeout pitch by Colton Clarahan, the reliever for the starter, Weston Barber.
Now batting for Carroll.
That's 2 strikeouts today, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Tied at 4, top of the 8th. Carroll is batting. Justin Johnson to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice. Was taken out on a fielder's choice back in the second. Had a fly out to the right fielder in the 5th after being stranded at the plate in the 4th. And he walked and was taken out on a fielder's choice in the 6th. And the count starts out 1-0. The runners on first and second are Hagee and Scarborough. Here's a swing and a high fly ball to center. Tanner Short running to his right, and he makes the catch. Running to his left, pardon me. Makes the catch. Tagging from second, Scarborough's going to go to third, put runners at the corners, 2 away. That's a fly out, 2 outs in a row, 2 outs on the board. So 2 outs, runners at the corners. Those runners are Hagee and Scarborough, tied at 4, top of the 8th. Carroll is batting. Mostly cloudy afternoon here, almost 7 p.m. Sunset's very late in Iowa. That's one of the things that kind of surprised me about coming up here from Tennessee last year. Here's a swing and a liner to right, and diving for it, Morales. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did! Diego Morales! What a play! And stops the runner from advancing home from third, keeps the game tied at 4. And that will take us to the bottom of the 8th. 4 runs apiece. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks? Think train.
We go to the bottom of the 8th. We are tied at 4 apiece. Kind of a brief summary so far up to this point. Carroll with the 2-run home run from Scarborough back in the first. Noah Cook had a couple of RBIs, one in the third to make it a 2-1 game, one in the fifth to make it a 3-2 game, and then an extra one off a sac fly RBI from O'Hare to make it a 4-2 game. And then the top of the following inning, that was the 6th. It was Hagee with a 2 RBI single. New pitcher on the mound is Braden LaFollette from Syracuse, Nebraska. So we get 6, 7, and 8. Tanner Short, Diego Morales, and Isaac Short. Morales just had that amazing sliding catch in the outfield to stop a run from scoring from third to end the top of the 8th. Glad you're with us. YouTube, Mixler, for video and audio. There's Short, swinging on the first pitch, sending it into left of center field and running in. The left fielder, Lane Speaker, makes the catch. Diego Morales, the hero defensively of the last inning, has reached once today. He's 0 for 2, had a walk back in the second. 1 out, no runners on. Game tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. So LaFollette retires his first batter off a flyout, and then just now down in the zone called 0-1. Morales is the number 7 batter in the order. From the Bay Area. Count is 0-2. LaFollette delivers. Low and away. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Morales has struck out. And you can hear a few Carroll fans have made their way here, representing their team well. 2 outs, and the 8th inning is almost over. Isaac Short to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, has a run. He struck out back in the 2nd. He had a single in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. So 2 out, space is empty. And your score right now, we're tied at 4, and the first one is fouled up and back. 0-1 count. Colin Evers is waiting. Oh, one swung on, popped up into the sky into foul territory. There are 3 infielders looking at it, and it's dropped there by the first baseman, Ryan Ladner. And that is a very, very long strike. Go down as an error. Should have been an out. Count is 0-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Game is tied at 4. Swings and a ground ball, sending is over to second. Heggie throws to first. 3 up, 3 down. We're through 8, and maybe the final inning coming up. We're at a stalemate, though, 4-4. We'll be back after these messages.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Nice view of downtown Des Moines from McRae Park, just south of downtown. The video was taken a few days ago, I'll admit, but we go to the 9th. We are tied at 4, and to the mound to close for Des Moines here in the top of the 9th is number 14, Kyle Snyder. It's been good so far. Up on the mound for Des Moines this year, primarily a closer. Left-handed from Highland Community College in Kansas. He's a native of Grimes, standing at 6'1", a freshman. Grimes is a western suburb of the Des Moines area. So here we go. Carroll has not scored since the 5th. Des Moines since the 6th. Top of the 9th. Casey Carter replaced by Colin McBride as a pinch runner. He's at the bottom of the order. And Des Moines just needs to play good defense here to force a potential walk-off situation in the bottom of the inning. Up in the zone, called 0-1 off the opening pitch here from Snyder. So Snyder replaces Clarahan. And threw a pair of strikeouts. Low and in, 1-1. Last 2 pitches starting high. Clarahan 2 2/3. 12 batters faced. Pair of strikeouts. Weston Barber, the starter, had 2 strikeouts at 5 1/3 with 4 earned runs. So tied at 4, 1-1 count here against Carter. The pitch from Snyder, above the zone. Count is 2-1. 2-1. Now hitter's count here against Cullen McBride. Called 3-2. And he got him looking. Strike 3 called. After a 3-1 count, Carter has gone one away. We are tied at 4. We are in the top of the 9th, and Carroll is batting. Base is empty. 1 out. Michael Alt to the plate. He's 2 for 3. He's got a walk as well. First pitch, breaks and misses. 1-0. Again, if you're just rejoining us, Kyle Snyder, the new pitcher. Oh, and he hits Alt with the pitch. Alt will get up quickly and go to first. So here in the top of the 9th, 1 out. Runner on first is Alt. Tied at 4.
Up next,
Dylan Cool.
Designated hitter number 24, Dylan Cool.
In a day in which both offenses have played well, Dylan Cool surprisingly 0 for 4. See what he can do here. Left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. Runner on first.
All right, Dylan.
First pitch down, 1-0. One and one. Strike 1 is called. Try the pickoff. No chance. So the count will stay at 1-1, 1 away. Cool is at the plate, Alt on first. Cullen McBride struck out looking in the 9th. Snyder. Ball in the glove. Looks at first. Looks back home. Looks at first. And fires. 2-1. Game tied at 4. Top of the 9th. Runner on first. 2-1 count here. Inside. Hitters count. Carter was retired on McBride was retired on a looking strikeout after a 3-1 count. Isaac Short's going to go up and talk to Kyle Snyder here with a 3-1 count with 1 out. They were high school teammates. Dallas Center Grimes, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously a connection there. Runner on first, game tied at 4, top of the 9th inning. 3-1 count, 1 out. Dylan Cool is at the plate. Alt is the runner at first after being hit by the pitch. 3-1, swung on and a high bouncing ball to first. And that's going to be Cook who tags the runner on his way. 2 outs. Alt will advance to second. Bryce Yasko grounded into a double play last time around. He singled back in the first and scored off the Scarborough home run. Grounded into a double play in the 3rd. He singled in the 6th and scored a run as well. So 2 outs, runner on second. Game tied at 4, top of the 9th. Des Moines trying to force a walk-off in the bottom of the inning. Kyle Snyder on the mound, the closer, has thrown a strikeout so far. Here's the pitch. It looked like it went just beneath the zone, maybe. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Alt on second, game tied 4. 2 outs. That one bounces off of short. Alt is going to jog to third. He's 90 feet away from giving Carroll the lead, which it's not had since we went into the bottom of the 5th. We're in the top of the 9th. Alt's on third, 2 outs. Count is 2-1 here against Yasko. He scored a wild pitch advancing Alt from second to third. Base hit would score a run. Flyout would end the top of the 9th. Hitters count 3-1. Joe Scarborough is due up. He is 3 for 4. You don't want to get him on base here. Just put an end to the top of the 9th and send your winning run to the plate if you're Des Moines. So 3-1, here's the pitch from Snyder. Swung on and sent up towards Barrett. Barrett is going to fire to first. Got him. 5-3 ground out. Des Moines could walk it off. And we go to the bottom of the 9th here at McBride Field. Tied at 4.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And we go to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 4, Des Moines and Carroll. Talked a little bit about how important this game is. By the way, Colin Evers is coming up. It's 9-1-2 for the Peak Prospects. This is a North Division game, which doesn't affect your league standings or even your division standings, but Des Moines is going to have to win some of these North Division games if they want to at least get the 3rd spot. The North Division is a 5-team division, and you have to finish top 3 in each division. The South is a 4-team league, so the first pitch here, the closer is La Follette still. We're tied at 4, and we've started the bottom of the 9th, and Evers flies one to deep right, and it is in for a base hit. He's going to round first. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go to second, and he is 180 feet away from winning the game. No outs on the board. Bottom of the 9th, Evers with a leadoff double.
Second baseman, Bubba Thompson.
Here he comes, folks. He had a pair of 3-run bombs yesterday in Game 2, a 21-1 win over Jefferson City. He's got a pair of singles today. He's 2 for 4 at the plate. He's got the winning run on second. Huge chance here for Des Moines to beat Carroll for the first time this season and avenge the season-opening loss. Tied at 9, no outs. Runner on second. Bottom of the 9th. Back to the top of the order. Thompson looks. That's outside. 1-0. Des Moines has been out hit. It's only 11-10 though. Offensively fueled game. 1-0 pitch. Thompson swings, and it takes a one hop over to the shortstop, and Thompson is taken out on the throw to first, and advancing to third on the play is Colin Evers. He's now 90 feet away. Alex Barrett to the plate. 1 out. Game is tied at 4. Barrett had a 2-run home run yesterday in the 21-1 win over Jeff City in Part 2 of the doubleheader. This team got home last night about 13-14 hours after, or started this game about 13-14 hours after this, after the arrival back to home base in Urbandale. There, that's what I was trying to say. Alex Barrett is going to get intentionally walked. And now they're going to bring up Noah Cook to the plate, who has been absolutely ridiculous today with a double and a single. There's 1 out on the board. Tied at 4, top of the 9th. 1 out. Noah Cook to the plate. Winning run is on third. That's Colin Evers. Barrett is on first. 4-4 is your score. Final inning unless we go to extras. Noah Cook, who's driven in 3 runs today with a double and a single, to the plate. Right-handed batter. The foul is closing. Here's the pitch. Down below the zone, 1-0. Low. 2-0. Tied at 4, top of the 9th, 1 out. Runners at the corners. A fly ball here would likely score a run as well. Outside, 3-0. Even if you put the ball in play here, likely a run scores, just depends on where it goes. 1 out, tied at 4, top of the 9th. Cook at the plate, runners at the corners. Bottom of the 9th, pardon me. Chance for Des Moines to walk it off. Caught the zone, strike 1, 3-1. Tried for the corner and got it. So again, we're in the bottom of the 9th. We're tied at 4. 3-1 count. On first is Barrett, on third is Evers. Cook is ready to go. Here's the 3-1 pitch with 1 away. Cook swings. Bouncing ball over to the third baseman. The throw to the catcher is in time. And he applies the tag against Evers, 2 outs. Not the way you wanted things to go, but with that, Barrett will advance to second. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Cook goes to first on the fielder's choice. So the winning run is on second now, with runners on the first 2 bags. Tied at 4, bottom of the 9th. Declan O'Hare now to the plate. He's driven in 1 run today. He's reached once on an E6 as well. He had a sac fly RBI. Can he do it again? Well, not now because there's 2 outs. Swings and sends one on a liner to the shortstop. Peak Prospects had the winning run on third, cannot convert. And we go to extra innings, tied at 4.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
Go to the top of the 10th. We are in extras here at McBride Field on the campus of Simpson College, tied at 4. Peak Prospects had the winning run on third, but he was taken out on a tag by the catcher on a throw from third base. And great game so far. That's all I can really say. And now we go to 10. Kyle Snyder back to the mound. And you've got a good lineup here. Scarborough, Heggie, and Speaker due up. Cook, Thompson, and Barrett first, second, and third. Shortstop is Gravengood. First pitch misses 1-0. Evers, Short, and Morales in the outfield. He got the zone. His pitches usually start out pretty high. 1-1. Again, Kyle Snyder, the left-hander. High school teammates with Isaac Short, who's behind the dish. So we continue the top of the 10th, tied at 4. Did he go? Yes. 1-2.
All right, Joe, you can do it. Go, Joe.
Peak Prospects make the return trip tomorrow, 4 p.m. Two and 2. No out, space is empty. We've started the top of the 10th. Cloudy evening, 7:22 p.m. Tiny bits of sunlight trying to make their way through the clouds, but full count, 3-2, no outs. It's Joe Scarborough at the plate. And he gets hit on a 3-2 and walks. Runner on, game tied at 4.
Second baseman, number 21, Chris Heggie.
Chris Heggie is 2 for 3. Fly out to the center fielder in the first. Single caught stealing in the fourth. 2 RBI single in the sixth that tied the game at 4. After Des Moines had scored 3 to take a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the fifth. He walked in the eighth. He's got Scarborough on first. This is the number 5 batter now at the plate with the game tied at 4, top of the 10th, no outs. Swings and chops it back foul. 0-1. Low, 1-1. Try the pick off at first, but Scarborough read that well and got on the bag. So count stays at 1-1, tied at 4, top of the 10th. Runner on first, no outs. Carroll is batting. Merchants are 8-1. Peak Prospects are 6-5. Try the pick off again, won't get him.
So never gonna happen.
And he clips the outside, called. 1-2. Hagee with a 1-2 count, no outs, runner on first, tied at 4, top of the 10th. Swing and a miss. He's done. So a strikeout there to retire Hagee. Lane Speaker up to the plate. He has struck out 3 times today. He did single back in the second. Looks like a little bit of rain either was or is coming down. Not much, though. Can't even really see it from the press box here, but a couple fans with their umbrellas out. So 1 out, runner on first, tied at 4, top of the 10th. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Swing, popped up, foul. 1-1, 1 away. Hey, Mike, how many broken windshields are we at? 23? Wow, impressive. One pitch. Off speed, 2-1. The runner on first is Scarborough. Fires, popped up into the sky. Heading into foul territory, probably will be out of reach. Cook is looking at it. Oh, and it's Diego Morales who makes the catch in foul territory and tagging from first. Oh, what a throw, too. Did the runner go off the bag? Yes, he did! Oh, what a play! Speaker fouls out. And Diego Morales makes a cannon of a throw. And the runner tagging from first to second, Scarborough, is taken out for a double play. And again, the Peak Prospects have a chance to walk things off in the bottom of the inning. Will they do so? We'll find out after these messages.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays? The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Here we go. Bottom of the 10th. Tied at 4. Peak Prospects had a runner on third with 1 out and couldn't advance him. That was in the bottom of the 9th. Carroll scored 2 in the first, Des Moines 1 in the third, Des Moines 3 in the 5th, taking a 4-2 lead. Carroll 2 in the 6th, and that's been it. Carroll has out-hit Des Moines 11-10, but 2 errors against the Merchants, just none against Des Moines. Quinn Colbert, or correction actually, La Follette back to the mound. He's been here for a little bit. So Cade Gravengood, the shortstop, to the plate. Peak Prospects once again a chance to walk this one off. Gravengood, a single and a walk today. He's 1 for 3. He also has a stolen base, too. So here we go, tied at 4, bottom of the 10th. About to begin. Glad you've joined us today on Mixlr and YouTube. Really appreciate you. And a 1-0 count to start this at-bat. Tries for the corner and gets it looking, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 1-2, no outs.
Okay, you got two, Brandon. One more. You can do it. We got this, Brandon.
One-two, swing and a miss. Graven Good is retired. They continue the bottom of the 10th. One out. Game is tied at 4. Tanner Short to the plate. Short is 0 for 4 today. Will he have his moment here? He hit 12 home runs at Ellsworth. He has yet to get one this season. Massive chance for him to walk this one off. Base is empty. 1 out. Bottom of the 10th. Tied at 4. First pitch, he swings, flies it right of center field. This should be playable. It's caught there by Cullen McBride. 2 outs. So 2 away, Diego Morales, the defensive hero of the day, to the plate.
Next up, right fielder Diego Morales.
Morales has reached once today. And the count is 0-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the 10th, tied at 4. LaFollette fires. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop. Yasko fires all the way over to first and completes the play. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 10th. We are through 1 extra inning, and we go to the top of the 11th, tied at 4.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
And we go to the top of the 11th, tied at 4. Kyle Snyder has thrown 2 so far, striking out a pair. 15 of his 33 pitches have been strikes. And due up is 7, 8, and 9, Justin Johnson, Ryan Ladner, and Casey Carter. So again, tied at 4. 21 combined hits between these two teams. 11 of them have gone the way of the Carroll Merchants. So here's the pitch from the left-hander Snyder. He gets the zone, 0-1 on a fastball. Little bit of rain falling down, not much though. Not much, not enough to really affect play. And this is a turf infield, turf mound. As Snyder misses the low corner, 1-1. This is Justin Johnson, who is on the day 0 for 3. He does have a walk. He's flown out twice. 1-1 pitch. Johnson swings. Bouncing ball. The shortstop Graven Good collects it in the backup spot. He throws it past Cook. There'll be a base hit and an error to advance the runner. So the go-ahead run is on second. Likely would have reached first anyways. And he gets an extra 90 feet off the error by Graven Good. So top of the 11th, tied at 4. Johnson is on second. Swing and a miss. Swung on a curveball. 0-1. Runner on second, tied at 4, no outs. Swing and a miss. Got him again. Curveball. 0-2.
I'm in the middle of an big one, and I'm taking our time, so it actually just bounced on me. But stick on me, and then there's somebody from Colorado that was over there.
A little bit of sunlight peeking through the cloud cover.
Light cover, skylight.
Got a nice view of the sky on our YouTube stream here. 0-2 the count. No outs. Runner on second, tied at 4, top of the 11th. Ladner at the plate sends one foul off a chopper by the third base line. Count stays at 0-2. Your runner on second, Johnson, he singled moments ago, advanced on an E6 on the same play.
Hey, get me there. Come on, Ryan.
Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. Ladner is done, one away. Johnson on second. Cullen McBride to the plate. Reminder, he pinch ran for Casey Carter, who got shaken up by a hit by pitch, and then he has subbed in on defense, and he actually struck out looking in the 9th. So top of the 11th, tied at 4, 1 out, runner on second. The Carroll Merchants are batting. We're at the bottom of the order here. Kyle Snyder remains on the mound. 2 1/3 so far and a trio of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Boy, his zone location this inning has been fantastic. Well, really, his just ability to draw strikes. Oh, 1. Swing and a foul. 0-2. So 0-2, 1 away. McBride at the plate wearing Carroll's camo top today. White numbers, white pants. It's a blue camo top. Oh, 2, 1 away. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Low, ball 2. Outside, full count. He had the right height, but it was out, he was away, and McBride opted not to swing at it. So top of the 11th, 1 out, runner on second, full count here against McBride. Michael Alt due up. We've been tied at 4 since the end of the 6th. And he got him down in the zone. And a looking strike 3 against Carter. That's 2 consecutive strikeouts, and now 4 on the day by the closer, Kyle Snyder.
Now batting for Carroll, center fielder number 3, Michael Alt.
Michael Alt, center fielder to the plate. 2 outs. Runner on second. Tied at 4, top of the 11th. Kyle Snyder on the mound. He's thrown 2 2/3 now. 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing, ground ball to short. It's picked up there by Gravengood. Fires to Cook off the bag, but Cook had his foot on it on the diving catch. And as the fans express their disappointment, we go to the bottom of the 11th. Tied at 4.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Well, this will be the third inning in a row that the Peak Prospects have had a chance to walk off the Carroll Merchants, tied at 4. Glad you're with us. Thank you so much for joining us today on YouTube and Mixlr. Great listenership on both platforms. 9 of you on Mixlr. There were around 40 on YouTube last I saw. Not sure what that number is now, but that's a great combo between both of you. And so here we go. Looks like it's still a La Follette up there on the turf mound. Indeed it is. And look who is in the game. Liam Gilbert, number 16 from East Central Community College, who played his first 2 games as a Peak Prospect last night, went a combined 5 of 7. Teammates with Leighton Jenkins and Eli Collins, who were on the team last year. He was teammates with them at East Central, that is. So here we go. So he'll pinch hit for Isaac Short. Tied at 4. Top or bottom, pardon me, of the 11th. Coming up, sunlight still trying to peek behind the clouds here on this rainy and sometimes briefly cloudy and briefly drizzly afternoon. Gilbert, a fly ball deep right. It's in foul territory and down at the track. 0-1. Swings, and he lines it to the shortstop. Bryce Yasko comes up with the catch one away. Colin Evers up to the plate. He was at third. Chance to win on a walk-off and was taken out on a fielder's choice with Cook at the plate. A ground ball towards the third baseman. He threw it to the catcher who applied the tag. So the pinch hitter, Gilbert, is retired on a line out to the shortstop. Tied at 4, bottom of the 11th. Peak Prospect still with a chance to walk it off. 1-0 to start the at-bat. Two 2-0. Prospects have not scored since the 5th. Merchants since the 6th. Evers swing and a miss. 2-1. He'll be followed by Thompson. Swings, bloops it on a one hop to the first baseman, and Ladner will step on the bat. 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the 11th.
Second baseman, Bubba Thompson.
So here's Bubba Thompson. 2 for 5 today. One of the best hitters this year for the Peak Prospects, but 2 outs on the board, tied at 4, bottom of the 11th. Peak Prospects batting. Thompson looks low and away, and it's 1-0. So Gilbert and Evers are retired. Bases remain empty. Low, 2-0. La Follette on the mound. 3 2/3 so far with a hit and 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. 21 of his 32 pitches have been strikes. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Two-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Thompson swings, fouls it up above the press box. Deuce is wild, bottom of the 11th, nobody on. Tied at 4. And looking like we'll go to 12 here. Outside, ball 3. Warming up, Alex Barrett. Payoff. Swings, flies it right field. And on the dive, the catch is made by Colin McBride. That's a liner to end the inning and take us to 12. Tied at 4. We continue free baseball on the Peak Prospects Network.
Half of the 12th inning.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just...
Welcome back. Tied at 4, top of the 12th, heading your way. Today's broadcast brought to you by Longnecker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines, offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years and would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. Thank you, and enjoy the game. So again, tied at 4, Carroll's bats return, and Liam Gilbert is now behind the dish, replacing Isaac Short. He pinch hit last time around, so making his 3rd appearance since he joined the team. He joined on Wednesday, did not play, and then he played last night in the doubleheader, both games, first base and catcher in that order. First pitch low and gets away. Kyle Snyder back to the mound. 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 49 pitches, 25 of them strikes. And now a 1-0 count. And looks at a strike near the outside, 1-1. Cool is 0 for 5. Twelve hits today for Carroll, 10 for Des Moines. Close, but just outside, 2-1. Got him, 2-2. Again, Gilbert from East Central Community College in Decatur, Mississippi. He's a native of Meridian. 2-2. Swing and a miss. One away. Cool is retired. Top of the 12th continues. We're tied at 4 like we have been since the end of the 6th. Here's Yasko. 2 for 5, 3 groundouts. 2 groundouts into a double play. 1-0. Got him looking 1-1. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Yasko at the plate, 1 out, bases empty. We're tied at 4, top of the 12th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That was a fastball that got him on the swing, 1-2. Swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. Good catch there by Thompson off the bounce. Throws to Cook. Got him. It's a 4-3, and that retires Yasko.
Now batting for the Merchants, third baseman Joe Scarborough.
2 outs, bases empty, tied at 4, top of the 12th. Joe Scarborough, who started the scoring for Carroll back in the top of the 1st with that 2-run home run to the plate. Since then, he's had a ground out, a double and a run, a single. He's been hit by a pitch, but taken out on that amazing double play in the top of the 10th. First pitch looking, strike 1, 0-1. Swing, fly ball center. Tanner Short dives, or slides, I should say, and he makes the catch. The defense once again standing tall for Des Moines. And we go to the bottom of the 12th, and just like for I don't know how long, chance for the Peak Prospects to walk it off. We'll be back after these messages.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties?
Hold everything. We are still on the top of the 12th. I think they said that Short did not make the catch. That'll go down as a double. Well hit ball, and it was going to be a tough play to make, and they said that Short had made it at first, and now my scorebook is messed up. But that's okay. Coach Willis is appealing to the umpire. And the conversation is done. Oh, no, it's not. He's back. It'll go down as a single. He'll go back to first. That's going to bring Chris Hagee up to the plate. 2-out single by Scarborough. So still tied at 4. We go back to the top of the 12th, and Kyle Snyder's going to go up back to the mound. And Chris Hagee up to the plate. So tied at 4. Carroll's out hit Des Moines 12-10 today. And still tied at 4. Coach Willis is back on the infield discussing with the umpires. just now he's going to go back to the dugout. If you're just joining, tied at 4, top of the 12th, 2 outs. And they just changed the call. They had said initially that Short made the sliding catch in the outfield for a flyout, but instead they'll say that he did not come up with it. And Joe Scarborough got the 2-out single. So he's on first, and Chris Heggie is at the plate. Heggie today had that game-tying 2 RBI single back in the 6th. So here we go. The pitch from Snyder. Heggie looks outside, 1-0. This game started at 5 p.m. I mean, we're in the 12th inning, and it's 7:56, so not very long. I've been a big fan of this pitch clock. 1-0. 2-0. Just outside. Two and one off the looking strike away from the batter. This is a right-handed batter up at the plate. Swing, liner to the shortstop, and that is Cade Gravengood who comes up with the catch. And no doubt there this time, Chris Heggie is retired. So now, we'll try this again. That'll take us to the bottom of the 12th, tied at 4.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks? Think train.
Austin Noel to the mound for the Merchants, tied at 12, tied at 4, bottom of the 12, pardon me. Barrett, Cook, and O'Hare are the ones due up for Des Moines. Barrett 2-run home run yesterday in the second part of the doubleheader today, a single, a walk, a strikeout, and a walk. So, in other words, he's gotten on base 75% of the time. He was intentionally walked back in the 9th. Austin Noel, right-hander from Bridgeport, Texas. So here we go. Left-handed batter, Barrett at the plate, tied at 4, bottom of the 12th, heading your way, and Barrett swings hard and misses. And the count will start out 0-1. Swing and lined foul, 0-2. Delivery on the way. Barrett swing and a miss. That's a strikeout there. First strikeout of the day by Noel, the new closer. Noah Cook to the plate. He's had 3 ribbies today, 3 of the 4 ribbies for the Peak Prospects. Single RBI double in the 3rd and a double RBI single, if you will. 2 RBI single in the 5th. Hasn't had a hit since then. Reached first on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the ninth. Looks, strike one is called, 0-1, and Noel means business so far. Ball one, 1-1. Bottom of the 12th, tied at 4, 1 out on the board. Against Des Moines with the bases empty. Here's the pitch. Swing, high-flying chopper off of one hop. It goes to third baseman. Scarborough completes across the diamond to Ladner. Well, 1 out away from going to the 13th. Des Moines is still in walk-off position, but gonna need something, some type of miracle here in the 12th. O'Hare coming up to the plate. Game tied at 4, bottom of the 12th, 2 outs, no runners on. Declan O'Hare from Central College. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Now batting number 5, Declan O'Hare.
Oh, 2, looking strike 2 there against O'Hare. Swing and a miss. Top of the 13th is next, here on the Peak Prospects Network. Wouldn't be surprised if the Peak Prospects also go to the bullpen here, just like Carroll did. So top of the 13th next, tied at 4.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Four innings for Kyle Snyder, 5 strikeouts. The closer is back to the mound as we begin the top of the 13th here in Indianola. Merchants, Prospects. No run has been scored since the 6th on either side. Opening pitch, down in the zone, missed actually, 1-0. Oh, and 1. Swing, chopper making his way to the second base bag. Here's Thompson, quick throw, got it! Wow, what a play! Thompson has done such a good job in the infield the past few games.
Up next for the Merchants,
what a job there by Thompson.
Johnson.
It was Speaker who was retired. Justin Johnson now up to the plate. Top of the 13th, tied at 4. Here's the pitch, outside and high, 1-0.
So close. So close.
Swing and a foul ball, 1-1. What number are we at, Mike?
Come on, Justin, straighten it out.
How have you kept track of all of these? 25. I almost don't believe you at this point. 1-1, 1 away. Again, that's Mike Bonner running our sound effects. 2-1. Legendary Eric Verhelst, PA voice of DMAC and Boone High School, is running our PA and live stats today. Great crew up here in the press box. 2-1. 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. Tied at 4, top of the 13th. You got Justin Johnson up at the plate. He's the 7-spot hitter. He's the catcher. And Kyle Snyder has thrown 4 1/3 so far. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him.
Now batting for Carroll.
2 up, 2 down.
13,
We go to the 8 hole.
Ladner.
Ryan Ladner, number 13, comes up to the plate. Two outs, bases empty, tied at 4, top of the 13th. That was a curveball clipping the outside, 0-1. Tried it again, but missed. 1-1. And the curveball has worked for him pretty well so far. That's what they call trouble with the curve. 1-1, 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch, swung on and driven into right field. That's a base hit. Go-ahead run is on first.
Now batting for the Merchants.
Tried him with the fastball, didn't work.
Colin
Casey
McBride.
Carter now, the number 9 batter, is up to the plate. 2 outs, runner on first, tied at 4, top of the 13th. Oh, correction, it's Colin McBride, pardon me. Casey Carter was taken out. Upstairs, 1-0. That's why I need to scratch his name out here on the scorecard so I don't make that mistake again. There we go. I'll probably still say it. 1-0, 2 outs. Tied at 4. Runner on first. Snyder fires on the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. Barrett picks it up, and he throws across the diamond for the 5-3 ground out. And once again, the Peak Prospects with a big chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 13th. We will be back.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the 13th heading your way. Tied at 4. Carroll's had 14 hits. Des Moines has had 10. Carroll tied it in the bottom of the 6th after Des Moines had scored 3 runs to take a 4-2 lead at that time. Bottom of the 5th. Top of the 6th, Carroll took the lead. Pardon me. Been a long day. All right, here we go. Peak Prospects can walk it off once again. And this is Gravengood, Tanner Short, Diego Morales. Gravengood is 1 for 4, and 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2-0 trying for the corner and missing. And Austin Noel has already pitched 1 inning with 2 strikeouts, pitched in the bottom of the 12th. He kicks, he fires, clips the inside. 2-1. Strike 2 is called in the zone. 2 errors today by the Carroll defense, 1 by Des Moines. Even count, no outs, nobody on. Tied at 4, bottom of the inning. Here's the pitch, swing, and a slow bouncing ground ball. The third baseman dropped it. E5 will advance the runner to first. So that is Cade Gravengood, the beneficiary of a defensive mistake.
Now batting center fielder number 15, Tanner Short.
Tanner Short. 0 for 5 today to the plate. Tied at 4. Bottom of the 13th. Tanner Short at the plate. Retreats his bat and gets called. 0-1. And the runner on first for Des Moines, the winning run, is Cade Gravengood. Check on him, and he's well safe on the bag, as that catch was made by the first baseman, Ryan Ladner. Hagee, Yosko, and Scarborough are at the second base, shortstop, and third base positions. Justin Johnson is catching. Speaker, Alt, and McBride in the outfield left to right. Third baseman scoots in. Tanner shows bunt. This one is rolling short, might make it to first. He will! Lays down the bunt and gets on base for the first time today. Runners on first and second for Des Moines. So a single off the bunt. 2 runners on, no outs. Gravengood advanced on the E5 moments ago. And here's Diego Morales. Hasn't had a hit today. He is 0 for 4. His defense has been amazing as a right fielder. He does have a walk, too. So here we go. We are in the bottom of the 13th inning. Runners on first and second for Des Moines. We are tied at 4. Here's the pitch from Noel. Morales showed bunt, went above the elbows. 1-0. Morales had his first collegiate home run at Bryant and Stratton, a grand slam early in the season this year. Shows bunt again. Lays it down, but it's fouled. 1-1. Liam Gilbert is next. He pinch hit last time around. He's the new catcher. 1-1, no outs. Runners on first and second. Tied at 4. Bottom of the 13th, here in extras. Morales lets it go upstairs, good eye, 2 balls and 1 strike, no outs. You got Short on first, and you've got Gravengood on second. Morales swings, short chopper, but it went foul. 2-2. No outs. No outs still, 2-2 count. Runners on first and second, tied at 4, bottom of the 13th. Two-two pitch. Outside it goes behind the dish. Runners on second and third, and the force outs at second and third have been taken away. Another defensive mistake, a wild pitch to advance the runners. Now they're both in scoring position. Winning run is on third for the first time since the bottom of the 9th. Morales at the plate, full count. Tied at 4. Bottom of the 13th. Des Moines is batting. Chance to walk it off. Payoff pitch coming up from Noel. He kicks. He fires. Morales swings and fouls it on a chopper to the side. This would be monumental if Des Moines can come up with this. They've lost their 2 in-division games so far, 1 to Carroll, 1 to Clarinda. Full count, tied at 4, runners on second and third, bottom of the 13th, Morales at the plate. Here's the pitch. Morales lets it go, ball 4 and the bases are loaded. And here he comes, Liam Gilbert, who pinch hit last time around, will head up to the plate with the bases loaded. He's from East Central Community College. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout. He fills in at the number 8 spot in the lineup. Bases loaded. Your runners are Morales, Tanner Short, and Cade Gravengood. We're tied at 4. We're in the bottom of the 13th. No outs on the board. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 1-0. Walk would win the game. Fly ball would likely win the game. Base hit would win the game. And it looks like we may have a pitching change here up on the mound. Well, we will keep it right here. No reason to go to a break at this point. And just one shout-out before this game ends. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Longnecker Financial Services, an independent investment management firm located in Des Moines, offering comprehensive financial services. Joe has been serving individuals and families for over 20 years and would like the opportunity to earn your business. Call us today, 515-309-4431. Thank you and enjoy the game. And this is not a pitching change, just a visit to the mound. So to set things up for you, Des Moines has the bases loaded in the bottom of the 13th with no outs on the board. It's Morales, it's Tanner Short, it's Cade Gravengood, and it's Liam Gilbert, who over the last few games is 5 for 8 in his Mink League debuts. Low, ball 1, or no, ball 2, it's 2-0, it was a 1-0 count. Walk would end the game. Again, this is Austin Noel, fourth pitcher used today on the mound. Bases loaded, no outs. 2-0 pitch. Tried for the corner, got the call, 2-1. The Carroll fans here making their voices and their cowbells known. 2-1, no outs. Bases loaded, here's the pitch. Low, ball 3. So here we go. Tied at 4. Bases loaded. 3-1 count. No outs. Bottom of the 13th. Des Moines Peak Prospects are batting. Liam Gilbert is at the plate. Noel winds up. Fires. Swung on and flown towards deep left of center field. This one is going to go down for a base hit past the left fielder Speaker. And Cade Gravenhood will go home. The Peak Prospects have won. The bottom of the 13th is what it came down to. Des Moines has taken down the Giant in the north and wins the game 5-4. Thank you for sticking with us today. This was a fun one. Des Moines has done it in extras. Liam Gilbert sent a high fly ball over the head and shoulder of the left fielder. He tried to come up with it, and it wouldn't have mattered if he had made the catch anyways. It would have been a sac fly RBI. We'll take a break and should be hearing from Coach Willis here in a little bit on the Peak Prospects Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there when you're distracted or not usually the one who drives them? The chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train.
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks? Think train.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Final score, 5-4. Des Moines walks it off in the bottom of the 13th, and I have with me the man himself who got the walk-off RBI, bases loaded, Liam Gilbert. Liam, you just joined this team on Wednesday, and if I'm correct, you're going 9 of 6 so far at the plate. What's worked for you?
You know, a lot of the pitchers, they're just trying to get ahead early. And, when they're trying to get ahead of you in the count, they're going to go to their fastball. Being a bigger guy, I'm a big fastball hitter. Especially here, the last few guys before me, he threw harder, 86, 87, and he thought he had a pretty hard fastball, and he was just blowing it by everybody. So walking up, I knew his fastball was probably his best pitch, and he threw it hard, and it was effective. He was striking people out, and so because I knew he was striking people out, I was probably going to get a lot of fastballs. I went 2-0. Coach Evans told me, he said, hey, just take till you get a strike. So I did. I went 2-0, and then he threw a strike. So I'm like, all right, he's found the zone. He's ready to come to me. Because a lot of the times they have to come to you before you can do anything. And, 2-1, he threw that 3-1 pitch in the dirt. And I'm like, it's either going to be my pitch or it's going to be ball 4. And sure enough, he threw my pitch, and I was able to drive it far enough for us to score a run.
What's a guy from Mississippi doing up all the way in Iowa?
Shout out to Kyle Flessner, my pitcher coach from East Central. He is from Illinois, and he knows, the guru up here. And he, sent a letter, and he was like, I have 2 guys that want to go play summer ball in Iowa. And, I was all for it. I've never, been up here before, and I figured, like, I just want to play baseball in the summer, and, here I am.
Yeah, and you were teammates with Leighton Jenkins and Eli Collins. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Shout out to both of them. If you see them, tell them I missed them.
I will.
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on an incredible start to your Mink League career.
Thank you, sir.
That's you too. That was Liam Gilbert. Coach Willis will be joining us here in just a moment. He hits the bases loaded walk-off RBI, a fly ball to deep left field. And even if it had been caught, which was going to be very difficult to catch, it was a well-hit ball, it still would have scored a run from third, all things considered. So Peak Prospects will improve to 7-5. Carroll's going to drop to 8-2 with the loss. Again, just the second loss of the season for Carroll. And we do this all again here in I don't feel like doing math right now, but we do this all again at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Local time is 8:25. We'll have the game on our Mixler tomorrow because Carroll's got its own YouTube stream. I'll make sure I tweet out the link to that for those of you who want to watch it. And for those of you who want to listen, I know we had some of you listening here on Mixler. Appreciate you joining us there as well. That link will be on socials in addition to that. Still see Coach Willis over by the first base dugout, so I don't know if we're going to get him tonight or not. We'll take one more break, and if we don't see him, I'll let him take care of field cleanup or whatever else he needs to do down there. And if we do see him, we'll talk to him after this break. You're listening to live coverage of Mink League Baseball on the Peak Postgame Show here on YouTube and Mixler.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train?
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks? Think train.
That'll do it from McBride Field. I don't think we'll be able to catch Coach Willis tonight, but that is okay. I know he's very busy, and he gave us a good pregame soundbite as usual, so I assume we'll hear from him. What is it, tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow at 4 p.m. as the Peak Prospects continue a grueling schedule, but they get out of this one. They've won 2 of their last 3 after dropping 3 of their 4 beforehand, so this is a big-time swing. You get a 21-1 win to cap off the doubleheader last night, and then you get a 5-4 walk-off win in 13. And that's after the team had just gotten back 13 hours before first pitch. So hats off to them. Big-time win. Still more work to be done, but Des Moines is now 7-5 and gets a massive, massive win against one of, if not the best team in the Mink League. Spencer Bohm saying so long. Thank you so much for joining us today on YouTube and Mixler. Hopefully the video stream was okay, and the audio stream as well, and we will see you next time. Tomorrow, pregame show starts 3:50 p.m. Central Time. I'm Spencer Bohm saying so long. You have a wonderful rest of your night.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat,